Hello and welcome everyone to Let's Play Tomb Raider 4 The Last Revelations. Guys, 115 speaking. Let me welcome you to underneath the Sphinx. We finally find out what secret it holds. Many dungeons and adventures under the actual Sphinx in Giza have been a source of inspiration for much fiction. The Tomb Raider 4's version is not my favorite, not by a long shot. Oh my goodness, I was terrified of doing this level, so it should be all the more fun making a guide, I guess. First of all, just let's take a look at what's behind the bag that the developers don't want us to see in the darkness. They keep forgetting they gave us the binocs. You can backtrack back to the Sphinx complex and climb out of the pit that Lara dug up with her shovel. It will refill your health, so it's something you can consider to do, you know. The weird thing is, however, that this is the one and only time we are going to find ourselves underneath the Sphinx, and you can technically re-enter this level later on, but you will find the entry doorway closed. So whatever is behind here, once you enter, make sure you wrap up all your business, all items and kills and secrets that you're interested in, well, just one secret, because you will not get another chance to revisit it. And above us is a trapdoor, which is actually a shortcut back here from the level called Inside Menkaure's Pyramid, which is a level 2 levels further, and its exit leads here. And the confusing thing is that once we drop from here, we are actually not going to find ourselves in underneath the Sphinx instance, but instead the Sphinx complex instance. And I'm confusing you. It will make sense a bit later on, but it's just a good example of the sort of messed up non-linearity of Giza. I have to love how the camera swept completely past by the two balls guarding those three symbols, you know, like almost like it wanted to convince us that these are just statues, but they are clearly breathing and alive somehow. Some of Seth's minions, or maybe they're not Seth's minions, maybe they're just, well, you know what, I'm gonna refer to them as Guardians of the Sphinx. Now, I'm getting very strong Guardian of Samarkand vibes, which I don't like. Unfortunately, these guys behave exactly the same. Fortunately, the fact that they have much bigger horns doesn't make them deal any more damage to Lara than the Guardian of Samarkand did in Valley of Kings and Cairo. That bastard is thankfully long gone, we're not gonna see him again. These guys, however, these twins, are, much more intimidating looking, but we can get rid of them at least, even though we cannot kill them, and therefore I will not count them as kills. So, the way we're gonna get rid of them is trapping them in these, well, empty rooms. Basically, very spacious cages, one on each side, and just memorize which column has the lever. That's what you need to do. So what you'll end up doing, well, what I am gonna end up doing and what I also recommend is making it here, lure the bull in, jump over it or run past it, and quickly close the cage behind him, right? Easier said than done. Good thing is, you can aggro pull one of them each. You don't have to wake up both of them at the same time. So just step on the tile ahead of them and that should do the trick. And now use the look key to observe when they're gonna get in. Okay, I was hoping he'd charge, but he's intent on disappointing me. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to pull that in time. Okay, let's just repeat. Yeah, and you can make a beeline straight like this diagonally to where the lever is. What would really help is if they would decide to charge, because then they would hit the wall and be slowed down. Now, did we make it? I'm not sure. Did we? Oh my god, we totally did. I have no idea how. Okay, enjoy. Starving to death or something. I think these guys are gonna disappear as soon as we finish off Seth, right? Or when he's gonna disappear. So. Okay, and now, wait for it. Make a charge, boy. Come on, come on. Yes, thank you. Okay, Lara, quickly close it. I wouldn't even recommend doing roll, that's not sufficient. Oh, whoa! I almost thought it would cleave him in half. Now that'd be interesting. That'd be such a God of War moment, wouldn't it? Oh my goodness. Okay. So that was quick and painless. Actually, a lot of unpredictable things can happen, as you've seen with Guardian of Samarkand's behavior, and the AI is identical. Nevertheless, I'm happy how things turned out. Now, the three symbols, what are they all about? First, let's scour our surroundings. Let's find previous adventurer's corpse. The camera angle even shows us a particular scrap of paper. So, let's pick up the flares and the scrap itself. So, upon investigation in the inventory screen, we'll see that the adventurer did a particularly poor job deciphering hieroglyphics. Okay, letters of the alphabet. How on earth is this a hint? So, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to look at the reeds, the hill, and the bird, then compare them to the letters of the alphabet and order them accordingly. So, bird is A, then the reeds are I, and the hill is Q. So it's bird, reeds, hill. And that's how you're gonna open up the path you're supposed to. Now here's the real kicker. There are... there are basically 5 different correct and 1 incorrect combinations, each of them opening up a different path. The incorrect one also opens up a path, which will just lead to a very nasty trap gauntlet where you can reset it. And we're totally gonna do that, don't you worry. The thing is, if you know in advance what combinations you're supposed to trigger to, let's say, open up the eastern door over there to get our hands on an important key item, it will not work, it will just open the trap gauntlet. You need to convince the game you have seen all the hints before it will allow you to use those correct combinations. Now, again, if we look at the paper, we're supposed to hit the bird, then the reeds, then the hill. At this stage, anything else you're gonna do, it's gonna result in the trap gauntlet opening, and you know what? I'm completely fine with that because I want to show you how to overcome it if you end up in that situation. Plus, even though there are no goodies there, there are 2 bets we get to kill, so it's, for someone like me, totally worth getting those extra kills, alright? Okay, so let's get the nasty business over with first. And then I'm gonna show you another challenge room which will reveal all the correct combinations. But later about that, let's ensure we make it past here alive, which is, well, not at all guaranteed. Ooh, these skulls. They're similar to the South Pacific ones in Tomb Raider 3, and also there were these really scary floating skulls in one of the FMVs when Lara was reading the Scroll of Samarkand, you know? It's also a good hint that no, you are not supposed to be here, you messed up and this is your punishment. So, first things first, let's crawl. It doesn't matter if you go via the left path or the right path, it's gonna be identical. A ball is gonna drop, you're gonna crawl underneath. And these traps do nothing if you're crawling, even if you end up touching them. I'm not sure if this is intended or if it's a bug of a newer operation system, like the grenades from the truck not exploding next to Lara and not dealing any damage. I have no idea. Secondly, we can choose a left path, right path, or middle path. Middle path is a bit trickier, but actually it will allow you to bypass one of these spinning circular blade traps, right? Because there are also ones on the left and right which you'll need to overcome, and the distance to cover a sprint dive is very short. I would not recommend that. Instead, just crawl through the middle one, and if you observe the indentations closely on the left and right, this actually tells you, you know, they are going through the skull's noses. This tells you there's another trap coming. And I like this because there's an actual visual cue that if you're careful enough and paranoid enough and seasoned enough, you will think, oh, something bad's gonna happen, either poisonous darts or something like that, maybe let's crawl underneath. I love this. Now, it's been a while, it's been a couple of chapters of Tomb Raider 4 since I did this, but now, since we bypassed the left and right, we only need to overcome one of them, but we'll need to overcome it twice, because we need to also go back. And the timing will be different, as the distances are different. Whew, nice, flawless. Now, the one going back is, of course, harder, because the distance is shorter. So I'm gonna have to time it differently. Oh no, god damn it! Well, we didn't die, so that's something. Oh man. I should have started running a bit later. Well, okay, we didn't take any damage from the Guardians of the Sphinx, so that's something, I guess. And actually, this level is relatively easy getting through without taking any damage. The enemies that are gonna be here are mostly gonna be bats, which are annoying little buggers, but you know, no real threat to Lara's health or anything like that. However, what's not gonna be easy will be not dying, because there is a very particular way I want to overcome one challenge, and also there are a lot of falling into a pit opportunities. Actually, talking about that, let's try not to fall into the next one. So we made it out, we unlocked the door, we also reset the 3 tiles, which the game doesn't tell you, but that's what happened. But now we need to make a tricky jump. Okay, and jump there, and also somehow aim at the left side. Okay, okay, no. There needs to be a better alignment of the stars in the universe, otherwise we're not gonna make it. Okay. Alright, okay. Make sure you aim for the left side, it's a bit lower than the right one, and, you know, you might not make it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the trap punishment in case you ever get the wrong combination, which at the beginning is all except for the alphabetical one. So again, in case you forgot, well, honestly I did. So I know it's the bird, then it's the reeds, then it's the hill. Or well, it's not really a triangle, it has actually 4 angles, but you know. And these two tiles are actually a side flip distance apart from each other, which I do appreciate. And now you'll hear a very satisfying sound, that's good. There we go. And that means the trap gauntlet should now be closed, right? Yep, correct. All of these are closed, but the one we need to progress is actually open. Now here's the real kicker. If you opened up this path, which will lead to hints showing the different combinations to unlock everything else, the game at this point assumes you know the combinations. So from now on, if we were to press any of the combinations that unlock the other door, that's what they will do. They will unlock the door. They will no longer unlock the trap gauntlet, okay? So if you have them written down, or if you're following some written walkthrough, anything like that, I'm of course going to show you the combinations and then remind you. No need to memorize, I have them scribbled down. But yeah, so opening this path first really is necessary. It will enable those combinations to work in the first place. So first of all, let's take care of 2 bats. Okay, thank you very much, Lara, for cooperating like that. Oh, there'll be 2 more, of course. Okay, can you stop, you little piece of... God damn it, they make me so angry. Okay. And this is basically what leads into the level exit. Behind these are a couple of traps, and we'll get our hands on 4 holy scriptures, which are basically miniaturized versions of these statues. The 4 holy scriptures, what literally nobody told us, are additions on top of the pieces of armor and the amulet of Horus that we need to summon Horus to fight off Seth, right? Again, it seems like there's an entire FMV explaining this missing before Giza, I can't help it. Now, there are 4 colors, and there's a neat trick we learned in Alexandria, right? So if you take your binocs again, there, you will see the correct combination. So for the red color, that's bird, hill, and reeds, alright? Then, for the green color, that's hill, reeds, and bird. For what seems to be purple, there's hill, bird, and reeds. Actually, they're just side flip distance away, so let's do that. And for the blue one, it's reeds, hill, and bird. Now, these are 3 symbols, and we already used the combination on the papyrus, the bird, the reeds, and the hill to even unlock this chamber. From now on, this chamber will forever remain unlocked, okay? You don't have to worry about the original combination on the scrap of paper. Yeah, so the great thing is that there is now only 1 unique combination left that would unlock the trap gauntlet, right? So the chances of you doing that by accident are quite low. All the other combinations will either do nothing or open up one of these challenge rooms at this stage. So that's just an additional safety measure. Now, I've been thinking long and hard about which one of these I really want to do first, and you know what? I probably am gonna do the one where I'm able to show you the one and only secret of this level as soon as possible, and the one that I'm also the most likely to die in because of a unique way I want to tackle it. So, let's see. I think for this one we need to trigger the bird, the hill, and reeds, and it should be in the northwest. So, bird, hill, and reeds, it's basically just from right to left. And it should be right next to the chamber we just entered from. Let's see. I'm actually really quite scared of what's up ahead. Oh dear. Okay. Alright, so that's the chamber we entered from with the hints. But now that well, the game thinks we've seen the hints, and we actually did, we can enter this challenge room. So, let's do away with a couple of bats. Almost all of these have some hallways with bats and pits. It's just the level designer's very favorite combination. Okay, I can sort of barely see what's around Lara's feet, but at least we get A for effort, right? And 2 more bets, right? Yep. Oh, wow, we're quick. Whew. Okay, so we have, well, you can't really see it until I light up a flare, but let me hold off of that for now. We have 3 crawl spaces, right? So the crawl space in the middle will get us to the one and only secret in the level. I'm gonna tackle that first. The crawl space on the left will actually allow us to get our hands on the first of the 4 key items we need to collect in this level to insert into the colored receptacles above which the hints for the correct combinations were in that chamber. The one on the right will unlock way back. Each time you enter a challenge room, just like the trap gauntlet, the door will close behind you and you need to unlock it somehow, which is something the game is sort of reluctant to tell you. Now, the tricky thing that I'm worried about is... Lara, go back, go back, go back. Ooh, alright, so what I want to do is I want to trigger every one of these traps to show you where the spikes are, because there is one fake one which actually has the secret, and that's the one opposite, you know? But I don't want you to just take my word for it. I want to trigger all of these and not die, and that's the real challenge. Okay, a bit further on. Oh, whoa, whoa, I hope I remember it well. Yes, purple lightning, that's it. And we're gonna get our hands on a grenade launcher, which is gonna reward us with 10 normal grenades, just like all the time. So that's it, we are at 64 secrets, only 6 more to go in the entire game. But again, it's 1 secret per level with the exception of the final one, so it's gonna take a while. Okay, so that's the one and only secret. You don't need to worry about that, you know, in case you're watching the guide just to get the secrets. That's often what I did when I was younger. Then, you know, I'll see you in the next video. For now, let's get our hands, you know, thematically, I want to unlock the exit out of here as the last. So for now, let's go left and get our hands on the key item first. I think it should be purple one, just like the color of the secret. But first, I'm going to show you a fake hallway over here, which leads to another spiked trap. And again, I'm gonna try and trigger it without falling down and killing off Lara. Again, the slightest mistake, you crawl forward too far, you will not make it back up in time, and you are, well, dead. And there is a certain angle I prefer to do this from, which can be difficult to get, but it maximizes your chances of making it back across alive. Oh, okay, okay, that was actually excellent. Ooh, nice. Okay, spikes, see? I'm not making stuff up. Now there should be another hole like this in this crawl space. So yeah, it's kind of like a maze, but it's not really difficult maze-wise, just as long as you know to avoid all these wooden floorboards with the exception of the secret one. Okay, I don't like the odds here. Another step forward, we will be too far gone to really make it back.
No.
Okay. Lara? Please, another flare. I know we're burning through them, but you're rich. You can afford it, right? Oh dear god, did I make a mistake? Oh, okay, okay. That was very close. It might not seem like it, but trust me, it is. I died here so many times during my trial runs. And there is one especially awkwardly angled one that I'm especially terrified of. And of course I'm keeping it for the last one, just, you know, because the suspense. What would be life without suspense, right? Oh, so it's the red one, not purple one. Okay, so let's see what it is in the first place. This should be the Stone of Mud. There are many stones of different gods and goddesses here, which we're gonna just insert based on colors, but again, the entire puzzle element in Tomb Raider 4 is erased by the fact that the inventory screen auto-suggests by pressing Ctrl the correct key item. I can't begin to tell you how much I hate this lack of player thinking and input. Oh man. Okay, and the final one just to unlock the way out, so... Okay, oh, this is not a good... This is not... Okay... Alright, but there's worse. Oh yeah, there's worse. I think there are 2 more that I want to trigger just to complete this challenge. By the way, there's no purpose in doing this, you know, you can just take my word for it that all the other ones have spikes, but come on. We went this far. I have to trigger them all. Oh, the flare will run out. Okay. Let's give Lara a chance to throw it away and get another one. No, I don't like this. I think I like this. Yes, this is good. This is good. Whew, alright. See? Spikes. And actually you can even tell by the sound it will make whenever you trigger the floorboards that, yep, there are spikes inside. So, if you don't want to bother, you know, wasting flares or looking for the correct angle to make Lara's view function visible, then just rely on the sound. It should be good enough. Okay. This is dangerous. Oh, but it should be good. Actually, going into crouch from going prone really helped me set up Lara in several correct positions that enable me to safely trigger these. This is really, really good. I wonder, is there another one, or is... That's it, we made it. Oh my goodness, this is excellent. I'm going to make one save here in this game, and that's going to be relatively soon. Alright. Okay, let's just make it out. But you know what, at this point, without the wooden floorboards, we can't even fall into the spiky pits, so we're good. As long as we make it across the pits leading up into this challenge room, you know, where we were fighting the bats. I can do this without a flare. Yep, wonderful. Okay, so we have the secret, we have the key item, we even unlocked the way out, so let's utilize that. Okay, okay. Actually, maybe standing jump would do, but I am... Again, it's very difficult to see here. I'd rather... Well, especially if we are facing a wall, we cannot really overjump, so let's do that. And it should just be a slippery slope. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad we're here. Okay, perfect. So, I think the challenge room I'm gonna tackle next is the one where I'm gonna save, and not because I'm afraid of dying in that room, but because I'm afraid of doing such a poor job explaining it that I might actually attempt it a couple of times. It's a particularly nasty underwater maze. So, hill, bird, and reed is what we need to trigger, okay? And then the last two challenge rooms are really quick. Actually, even this one that we triggered in the very first with the crawl spaces is really fast if you're not stupid like me trying to trigger every single trap and know exactly where to get the key item and unlock out of the room and, well, the secret if you're interested in that. It's really fast otherwise, yeah. And there it is, we unlocked it successfully. Again, get those pistols ready for a couple of bats. Wait, when are they coming? This is odd. Oh, will they be inside the actual... Okay, I get it, fine. I'm patient. Yep. There you are. Okay, not even a scratch. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the place where I'm gonna save. So let me explain a couple of things to be on the lookout for as you are swimming through this underwater maze, alright? So, again, this poor, pathetic attempt at a hint is... Well, I'm not gonna show it to you because it will help. I'm gonna show it to you to decipher what the intention of the help was. Okay, so in the underwater maze, there are gonna be 5 symbols. Above each of the 5 symbols, there is gonna be a trapdoor with a room and a lever that unlocks the next trapdoor. There is a sequence you need to follow, which is basically A, D, F, I, G. Now, that is the bird, then there is the right-facing hand as the D, then there's F, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the sort of, well, not entirely straight, slightly curved snake facing to the left. Then there's I, which is the 2 reeds, same as on the tiles with the bird. And then there's J, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the very much curved snake facing left, okay? So they're all relatively close together. What you need to do is first get into the trapdoor with the bird. It opens the trapdoor with the hand, it opens the trapdoor with the relatively straight snake, it opens the trapdoor with the reeds, and that opens the trapdoor with the curved snake, which will contain another key item that we're after, similar to the stone we already have, the red one. Stone of Mud, right? It will have another one. Furthermore, there is one small health pack in that entire maze, and that's pretty much it. So, please allow me to save here, and whoa, wish me luck, this might be very difficult to explain. Okay, so, attempt number 1. Let me light up a flare to make a bit more sense. This area over here where we entered from is what I will refer to as central crossroads. There are 3 possible directions, right? So, facing the way you entered, do not go straight ahead, do not go to the left. What we want to do is reach the very bottom of this maze, so we need to go to the right, because it leads down. From there we aim left, because this will take us even more further down. And down we go. Now we just follow a very relatively linear path. Whenever you see it going down, that's where you need to go. And that's where you'll encounter the bird, which is A. Ah, there we go. See? Perfect. Okay, and this one doesn't have a trapdoor that you would need unlocking somehow. All it has is an empty room with very familiar looking statues. And what it did is it opened a trapdoor. You can, if they're nearby, you can even hear the sound mechanism of the trapdoor dropping and opening, okay? So now what we'll need to do is we'll need to swim slightly back and now to the left. Do not go where we came from. And there is a symbol of a slightly curved snake facing left. Now, if we look at the hints again, before that there's the hand, which is D, which is before F. And by the way, all these you have no way of knowing if this is your first time in the maze, right? Again, the hint kind of helps you in hindsight. It doesn't help doing it for the first time. Now, as a result, it's out of sequence. The trapdoor above is closed. So let's just swim past the snake for now, and we will find a hand icon, okay? So, above the hand icon we go. Okay, and another lever. Now, mind you, all of these rooms, with the exception of the final one, are completely empty. Just the lever, nothing more to it. This time, even I could hear the trapdoor mechanism, so we go back to the curved snake, as that's the next one on the list. And now, if we look up next to the curved snake, the trapdoor will be open. Perfect. You can see the ripples of the water surface. That's what you want. So, again, another lever. Now, all these three symbols are very close together. Now it gets a bit tricky. What I prefer to do here, so as not to get lost, is go back to the hand, because by now that's a familiar territory, right? So let's just swim back. And if you notice, there was one tunnel we ignored, okay? This one. Alright, and we need to go up, further up. And this should take us to very familiar crossroad. Okay, so now I'm gonna swim back up, not just to get a rebreather, but to help you orientate yourself where you are. So, this is how we entered the underwater maze. Let's dive right in with the flare, and this time around, we went to the right at the original time when we tried to go as down as possible. Then we can go up ahead and to the left. This time we go to the left, because we are gonna find the reeds symbol. Okay, before that, mind the small health bag over here. It's actually, you know, don't be too anxious about missing it. It's easy to see as you're returning from the reeds trapdoor. There they are. Okay, and that's it. This is a final room that has nothing but a lever in it. Let's go back into the water, past the reeds. If you missed the small health bag, now you're gonna see it. That is provided you lit up a flare. And there we are, back at the original crossroads. So let me just, again, show you exactly what I mean and where we are. Now, if you jump back in, as in the very first beginning in this original crossroad, we went to the right first, then to the left, which led up. Now go forward, and this will lead us to the final symbol of the left-facing curved snake. Okay. There we go. Make sure to go up as much as possible. Don't get confused by the slight detour to the right. And now, what happens if you press a lever here is you unlock the way out. Perfect, but we don't have what we came for. Well, not to worry, it's on the other side of this room. Again, it's easy to miss after those 4 previous incarnations of the same room which had nothing inside, okay? And let me light up a final flare, just because why not? Now, this should be a simple matter. We should just about, yeah, go down, and from here swim forward. And again, you will find yourself at the original crossroads. And that's all there is to this underwater maze. So again, I really helped me showing you that it's the A bird, the D hand, the F snake, the I reeds, and the J snake. It helps somewhat to orientate yourself once you find yourself down there. And again, I tried to use the initial crossroads as a point of reference. Cool, so I managed to explain this in a way that I find satisfactory on the first go. Please let me know in the comments if you still find it confusing and this didn't make much sense. At least I'll know for future. Okay, so that leaves us with 2 more challenge rooms. They are going to be very quick and easy, although one of them, again, I'm going to make harder on myself and a bit more annoying, so let me get that out of the way first. Alright, so for this one we need reeds, hill and bird. Okay, some from left to right, basically. Again, only one possible combination to reopen the trap gauntlet. I'll be honest, I keep forgetting which one it is. But it doesn't matter, we've already explored it, and, well, why would you want to do that again? Okay, and where was this one? Oh yeah, okay, cool, on the eastern side, directly. So we have this side basically covered in its entirety once we finish this challenge room, but let's first... Well, there's only one first. Lara is already aiming at another one, but we can wake them up just by... Whoa, whoa, whoa! I didn't want that. Unnecessary damage taken. Okay, both of those bastards are down. Now... Oh, good lord, this room. Okay, so... quick and easy, but again, what I'm pissed off about is the puzzle element. So again, we have the hieroglyphics here, which we have the scrap of paper, which is supposed to help us. Here's the really interesting thing. The letters of the alphabet have absolutely nothing to do... What? Are you still alive? How on... I hate these things so much. Again, the letters of the alphabet have nothing to do with the correct symbol, so we have different symbol on each tile, but let me just highlight something using our binocs, and I think this is the reason, this is the solution. See the snake here? On the left and the snake on the right. They are the same thing, just a mirror image of each other. If we look at the scrap of paper, it doesn't explain anything. One of them is F, and the other one of them is V, which... I mean, in some languages that's the same letter, sort of, kind of. Anyway, this snake. You press this niche, you put your hand in there, you get the key we're after. Now remember, all challenger rooms end up being locked, actually. Let me show you a proof, because it's visible even from here. Lara, thank you. See, it's locked. So now to unlock it, just press the niche with the other mirror reflection of the same snake. Unlocked, we can go out. But what I want to show you, again, just to prove that they are really here, is 4 swarms of beetles, in case you press any of the other niches except those 2 snakes, right? Now here's the really weird thing which confuses me, and I don't know how this works in the engine and why. No matter which niches you end up pressing, the next 4 ones you put your hand into will summon the beetle swarms. It doesn't matter in which order you do it, the remaining ones will then do nothing after you have summoned 4 swarms of beetles. So, you know, let's show. For example, I'm gonna try with this one. Let's just jump back. There it is, an entire swarm. Now, what I actually like to do is make a jump like this to lead them into the abyss. There they are. Some of them make it across, but then when you jump back, I mean, you have to anyway, they'll just fall down, alright? Again, I do not consider this a kill. They are perfectly fine down there. We just got them out of the way, so they're not a threat. Now let's try the very opposite one, just, I don't know, randomly, okay? There's gonna be another swarm of beetles. So 2 backflips are actually good, in case you want to give them time to come out of there. Because it takes a while. There's like an envoy of first 4, and then the rest of the swarm just takes its while. They're just smart like that. Okay. There's something really relaxing about doing this, I can't help it. Okay, so that's 2 swarms. Now, another 2, right? Let's say I'm gonna randomly... the curved snake, I don't know. Okay, let's go with that. Let's not pretend there's rhyme and reason. So there's a 3rd beetle swarm. Okay. Come on, guys. I hope none of them will make it. Ah, wonderful. Okay, and for the final one, let's... you know what? We haven't done this one yet. Or shall I? You know what? Let's do that here. Let's make it as random as humanly possible, alright? Okay, so there's the 4th swarm. Cool. Now that we have your guys' attention, let's again lure them into the pit. Ooh, almost didn't make that jump. One of them is here. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. Okay, okay, that's the end of that. So, 4 swarms of beetles. Now, we didn't touch the curved snake, did we? Well, or we did? Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Oh, let's actually retouch one we did already. Oh, so Lara can just keep going. It doesn't matter. And again, if we do it with every other niche here, those we've already triggered, or those we haven't, no more swarms are gonna appear here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, I'd rather not touch the one that unlocked the way out, in case it will end up somehow blocking it, or I'm just paranoid like that. But again, nothing, right? Yeah, and that snake we already touched to get the hands on the key item. So yeah, it's just weird. It doesn't matter in which order you trigger the insignificant ones, 4 swarms of beetles and then a whole lot of nothing. Which is good, you know, less unkillable enemies makes me less anxious, but that's my own stupid rule, I decided to count them. But I think it accounts for the danger and difficulty you encounter in this game in a very good way. So, for the very final challenge room, I'm actually gonna leave a very enjoyable and easy one, as I sometimes like to do. So we need a hill, reeds and bird, I hope that's correct. Yeah, hill, reeds and bird. I have it written down, what am I worried about? Okay, I kind of want to make this a deathless run without any reloading. I mean, we managed to go through the underwater maze on the first go and the crawl spaces, that's really good. Now, which one is... Oh, okay, this one. Remember, all of them remain... Oh, this is open as well? Why does it remain open? I'm confused. Well, okay. Oh, once you complete it, it doesn't close. Oh, that makes sense. Not focused. Seriously, they managed to make bats somehow menacing in this game. That's a small miracle they pulled off, but not necessarily a good way. Okay, so, what we see there is a crocodile, he's dormant, and they're actually... Wait a second, another binocs shot, come on, this is great. We're like a tourist taking pictures, it's adorable, look at it. 3 more, okay, you know what this means, right? I cannot resist, and a normal grenade should be fine, because a crocodile will not survive a grenade explosion. So, let's lure them into this island, and let's... that be the graveyard, somehow. But they need to get out of the water first. I don't know, was this a good idea? They're being very lazy, but once... Okay, this is not working too well. They just spread out everywhere. Okay. Maybe I should have just fired an explosive arrow. Ooh. Shame I thought about it only now. Okay, this is all fine and well, but you guys also need to get here. Please? Can you group together? Now there's one crocodile who's still... Oh, there he is. Okay, I think this is a... What? Oh, immunity against grenades underwater. Well, that's a new piece of info. And how on earth did you survive, sir? Well, anyway, we have fish fillets. He survived a grenade with very few health. That's interesting. Okay, but it was funny to see, you know, blown chunks of crocodile flesh in water, causing individual blood ripples. I mean, there's something probably wrong with me if I find this fascinating, but... just the different ways in which the engine behaves, I don't know, I love exploring them. Okay, I think a super grenade would assuredly destroyed all 4 of them. I mean, one of those cluster grenades would have caught their bodies, right? But still, this was precious. Better than the usual shotgun approach. I mean, I still like that, but it's something we've seen and done, you know, been there, done that. Let's do something new. I kind of now wonder if flash grenade would work on them. I mean, they're organic enemies after all. That's something I need to go back to and retest when I'm not recording. Okay, what we achieved by pressing those niches, don't worry, no more swarms, is getting our hands on the last key. So now we have all of them. Again, we need to unlock our way out. There are no more niches, but there is one lever that will take care of that. Easy peasy. There we go. And the camera angle actually has at least the decency to show us what happened. Okie dokie. Now, let's... I keep forgetting. God damn you, bats. Okay, that should be it. Oh, well, actually it's not. Oh, this jump again, like, oh dear, when coming from the trap gauntlet. Not my favorite kind. But maybe I just exaggerate how difficult it is, right? Well, at the very end of the level, right? Well, you know what? We had a good run. We have fond memories of Lara, that's all that matters. Well, guess what, guys? I will repeat the entire level and then I'll see you back at this spot and see if I can make the jump again. Until then, oh dear God, farewell. Hey, guess what I'm trying to accomplish here, you know, using this as an opportunity to do things better? And by the way, sorry for being a drama queen, I forgot we saved just before the underwater maze, so that's all I had to repeat. I was very happy when I realized that. So now I have a super grenade selected, and let's see how the crocs will handle that kind of firepower. Oh, no. Okay, somehow the result is worse? I did not expect that. Well, you know what? We should be happy just with the first grenade we placed. Seriously, I'm disappointed. Well, anyway, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Let's again pick up what we came here for, and I have not yet unlocked the way out, so you will also see me kill the two bats waiting for us at the exit. This time around, I'm confident we can make the jump if I'll be smart enough to bother to light up a flare, okay? I would like to say we've learned something, but all we ended up doing was wasting a super grenade. Somehow they were grouped together better before. Okie dokie. So, I did mention the flare, didn't I? Come on, Lara, let's be better. Can you do this? Just about barely. This is such a nasty jump. I do not like it. I'm not a big fan. Okay, but what that means is we can say farewell to the Guardians of the Sphinx and they're shuffling around. Instead, let's go into this chamber. If you still remember, this is what originally led to the hints, right? With the 4 colors. Alrighty then. And now, again, the thing that I don't like about Tomb Raider 4, the auto-suggested solutions. Now, if you are colorblind or have difficulty seeing particular colors, then this is definitely helpful. But still, for the rest of this is quite annoying. What happened to the days of Tomb Raider 1? And yeah, I keep repeating it over and over. But, you know, St. Francis Folly, opening up the massive door leading to Colosseum. Okay, and the final one, Stone of Capri. There we go. Now, why are we doing this? I did already say we need the 4 scriptures, right? And I may be thinking that's the real reason. No, the true reason is to finally put side monkey swinging to some good use. So, let me explain something. Deep down in that pit, I'm not sure if we'll see them, but there are 2 bats. The moment you start monkey swinging... Yeah, Lara's not really aiming at them. The moment you start monkey swinging, they will appear, and you cannot monkey swing backwards. And before you turn around and go all the way back to the safe spot, it can take time. They can take a few bites out of Lara. So instead, we're gonna grab the monkey swing and sidestep, well, side swing, and then side swing back. Let go. Now we've triggered the bats. You might have already heard their sound, and we are gonna wait here because they're actually gonna come from the abyss down below. See? But that's not it, don't let your guard down, there's another one. And we're gonna repeat this process again later on. For whatever reason they thought it's a good idea to repeat this trope. But you know what, I'm so happy we actually found some use, you know. In Tomb Raider 3 there was still none, and this is the very last chapter of Tomb Raider 4. We found some use for the sideways monkey swinging. That just makes me happy somehow, you know. Another move in Lara's arsenal put to good use. Okay. Whoa, take a heed of that, right? The ceiling doesn't want us here, so let's pick up the 4 holy scriptures. As I said, these are basically the miniatures of the statues all over this level, right? Exactly the same kind of object, just placed in our inventory. Let's pick them up. Alright. Good distances for jumping, I do have to say. And now the final one. And as soon as you do that, the door out will open. This is to ensure you cannot really escape the level without them, because that's sort of necessary. Now I love what the ceiling looks like. This is so cool. Really goofy drills when I think about it. Maybe we could even crawl and survive that a bit longer. Not sure. Too late to test now. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Okay, let's... Yeah. Okay, I remembered the pattern correctly. Blades here, but also... like this, covering the other side. Again, you can just trigger them by jumping over them, which is immensely satisfying, and I'm pretty sure crawling would work as well, but jumping is way more fun. Once they're triggered, they're gone for good. And again, another abyss, another bit of monkey swinging, so we know what to do now. Side monkey swing, then do the same thing back. Land safely and shoot those things as they come from down there. Okay, Lara, good aim. I mean, they're like 10 centimeters away from you, so I would expect you could hit, but, well, I want to keep my expectations realistic. If there would be something possible, like an accuracy stat or something like this, just ammo used, not ammo hit, so no accuracy statistic will be available, but if there would be, I think this would be Lara's most inaccurate game, without a single doubt. Now, it's true that the accuracy stats were somewhat decreased by the snow scooters in Tomb Raider 2, but still, my goodness gracious, her aim is absolutely atrocious in this newer upgraded engine. Might be purposefully done for the pistols, but still. Okay, and now this is where I'm gonna stop. So this was, ladies and gentlemen, Underneath the Sphinx. Another level where we died. My goodness, I can't believe it. Still, I'm proud we made it this long without death, and also, well, there have been a couple, obviously, talking about you, Guardian of Semerket, but still relatively few. We have found its one and only secret. We have found all 12 items. A lot of them, mind you, were just key items. Actually, 9 of them. Then there was grenade gun, flares, and small health pack, so not really good supplies-wise. But we have killed all 27 out of 33 enemies. Within those enemies, I count the 4 swarms of beetles and the 2 Guardians of the Sphinx. Not really sure how to call the upgraded Guardians of Semerket, but that's what I'm gonna call them. So, with that, let me again make a very satisfying save here, and I will see you guys next time in a far more interesting and enjoyable level, Menkaures Pyramid.